Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to Queen Ahmadiyyah TV presents More Than Meets the Third Eye. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get into it, people. I'm going to share my screen because I have another PowerPoint. We're going to be talking about the power of I am, okay? How the power of I am should compel you. Let's get into it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah. Also on Instagram at divine_goddess_27. Twitter at dgoddess27. Brighton and Patreon at Queen Ahmadiyyah. All right, let's like and share the video, people. Let's like and share the video. The power of I am should compel you. Now, the beautiful thing about the universal laws activated by spoken word is that they can be applied to every arena of our lives. I am affirmations through prayers and songs allow us the opportunity to highlight daily God's ideals taking root and blossoming in everything that we think, say, and do. And remember, hello, Mark Ayers, all the way from the UK. And remember how I always tell you all to give yourself, not only yourself, but others, but especially yourself, positive affirmations. Anything you say after the words I am is what you manifest. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Or I am the resurrection and the life. This is in the Bible. As modern disciples, we can use these statements as powerful mantras and affirmations that the reality of the Christ or the Christ within us and his consciousness is manifest in our lives here and now. Now, remember, in previous broadcasts, I have told you about manifesting the Christ consciousness or the Christ within. Some people call it the God within, the higher self, right? You can use I am affirmations daily to help raise your levels of consciousness, okay? And your vibrational frequency. Rising into your Christ-like self or your God-like self, your higher self. Now, when I do my motivational speaking, I often employ the practice of scientific use of the spoken word to move beyond the limiting beliefs that burden many people today. I do so in ritual and service, and that is hopefully an enjoyable and inspiring experience for everyone. So I like to do not only motivational speaking, but I motivate people and inspire and encourage people through my poetry or spoken word, right? And I try to give affirmations to others in doing so. I try to tell people things, positive things about themselves or positive things they should think, you know, because whatever you focus your energy and your thoughts on, that's what you manifest into your life. So if you're focusing your energy on negativity, you will attract more negative things. Let's not forget about the laws of attraction. The laws of attraction, whatever you send out into the universe comes back to you. And even when you're thinking about, you know, trying to manifest something positive, you don't want to talk about or focus on the negative things. Like, say, for example, you don't want to say, I wish I wasn't broke, or I don't want to be broke, or when I get rich. You don't want to say those things. You want to say things that are, or say things that are not as though they were. I am rich. I am healthy, right? I am whole. I am worthy. You want to say things in present, not as though you're hoping for it, but say it as if it already is. That's how you manifest. And then visualize, practice visualization. When you close your eyes and you can imagine or you can see where you want to be, that helps you to manifest. You can manifest literally your own destiny. You can also allow other people, foolishly, you can allow other people to manifest it for you. If you want to listen to the naysayers and the people who throw salt in your game, the people who hate on you and tell you all types of negative things, and you sit there and listen to it and absorb it into your mind and into your subconsciousness, and then you'll start to believe the things that they're saying. And that's what will be manifested. Prayer is a wonderful form of communion with God. It often not always, presupposes that one in a supplicant coming before the throne of grace from an imperfect state, meaning that none of us are perfect. We all fall short of the glory of God. And when you are praying, that is giving you a direct connection with the Most High. You're in commune with the Spirit of the Most High, right? And you are coming before and bearing, your iniquities, the flaws, the faults, all of the things that you have that are, your lower self, right? And you're trying to raise into your higher self. So you want to pray for the Most High to help you do so. But also, not only that, you don't have to just pray and ask for things. As I told you before, you can pray with an attitude of gratitude and thank the Most High for the blessings that you have, for all the things that you have, rather than complaining about the things that you don't have. An attitude of gratitude is how you attract more positive things into your life and get more abundance of the things that you want. Okay? Beseeching the mercy of God, you can ask God to save you from limitation, from lack, from condemnation, or imminent danger. Decrees and positive I am affirmations, on the other hand, are given, premised upon the law of perfection. The person decreeing is accepting they are already beloved of God, just as they are, and thereby claiming a victorious sense of being the son or daughter of the Most High right here and right now. For a vital release of energetic power from on high, prayers may not share the same dynamism of decrees spoken with conviction, earnestness, and enthusiasm. So when you are praying, whether you are praying to ask for something, to ask to evolve, to rise into a higher state of consciousness, whether you're asking to have things more abundantly, to have the things you need, or whether you're praying to give thanks and praises for all that you already have, you need to be earnest, speak with conviction, be enthused, right? Believe in what you're saying. Now, Rich Dad, for those of you who read his book, he says, whatever you think and say is real, that becomes your reality. Your words become your reality. With the right mindset, the right words, and the right plan, continue to think those thoughts and affirm them until those ideas from the realm of possibility become your reality. If you will dedicate your life to making words real and a part of your life will be far different than someone who knows the words by their mental definition alone. In other words, people who just know the meaning of words, but they don't apply the words to themselves in a positive way, if they don't affirm the things that they're saying and use those words to uplift themselves, to motivate themselves, then they're just words. Learn through a disciplined life to control and change your reality. This ability to change and upgrade your reality is ultimately what Rich Dad says makes you rich. Using the leverage of your mind and affirming your ability to constantly control, change, and expand your reality is the beginning of manifesting the abundant life. Remember in the Matrix, as I broke down the Matrix for you on a couple of broadcasts back, remember the part where the guy was eating the steak and he knew the steak was not real? He said, I know the steak isn't real, but it just tastes so good, right? He was making his own reality, but at the end of the day, he wasn't disciplined, okay? He wasn't disciplined. So rather than living the truth and unplugging from the Matrix, he chose to go back into the falsehood because that's easy to do. As I told you before, it's easy to just do anything that's negative. It's not always easy to do what's positive. It's not always easy to discipline yourself. If you have no discipline, then you can't focus. And if you can't focus on positive things, and if you can't focus, then you can't manifest, right? You'll just get whatever comes to you. And also, when you're praying and asking the Most High for things, you have to put in work. Prayer without works is dead. You can't just sit there and say, oh, I want $1 million or whatever, and then think $1 million is just going to show up magically in your bank account. You have to put forth the work. If you put forth the work, then the Most High will help you to achieve your goal. But you have to have faith. You have to believe not only in yourself, but in what you can do. And remember, don't run from your problems. See them through. God created all things by his word, and we, as co-creators, may rightfully use our words in affirming God's name. I am that I am. I am that I am. Remember what the Most High said to Moses at the burning bush in the biblical story, right? Within us, we have I am within us to create our own individual reality. You are the God within yourself. You are the God or the captain of your own destiny, of your own fate, right? Psalm 82:6. Ye are all gods, for ye are born of the Most High. You are not the God, but you are a God. And with that being said, you are a co-creator. So you have the ability to manifest things that you want. God gives us the power and gives us free will. You can do these things if you focus and assert your energies in the right places. So in our roles as co-creators with God, what we say aloud to others and to ourselves silently in our inner speech profoundly affects what we manifest into our lives. So even if you're saying negative things to other people, let me tell you something. That negative thing that you wished upon somebody else will come right back to you. So careful of what you say. And like I also told you before, think before you speak. Because some words, once they come out of your mouth, there's no taking them back. And you can apologize. But at the end of the day, most of the time, the damage has already been done. Pure speech does not come without dedicated and constant effort. Now, Robert Tennyson Stevens reminds us of an epoch when our language became confused, separating us from one another. Now, this is the episode recorded as the building of the Tower of Babel in the Bible. Many languages emerged after that incident, hindering clear communication and our ability to reason together. If you remember that story, the allegory in the Bible, where all of the people were confused and they didn't know the languages the other people were speaking. It reminds me of slavery. When the slave owners would purchase slaves from within the same tribe, right? They would separate them because they didn't want them getting together to pray together, to engage in their spiritual practices, to possibly plot and escape. They didn't want them, and also because they had power in their words. And in the Bible it says, when two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst. When you are like-minded with like-minded people, and you're all focusing your energy on the same thing, and you're all praying for the same thing, and you're all visualizing the same outcome, you can manifest things a whole lot quicker. Maybe you've seen how people have literally gotten together and prayed for rain when there was a drought and it started raining. That's the power of people joining forces and putting their energy together and having like minds and saying the same things. The natives would do a rain dance and make it rain. You can literally do these things if you focus your energies. We have the power to affect the weather. And when the slaves were brought here, the slave owners knew this. They knew that they had power within their words. They knew that they had the power to affect the weather. That's why they separated the tribes and put them with people whose languages they didn't speak, because they didn't want them being strong and using their words as tools against them. Okay? Also, another thing to remember is, as they talk about the allegory in the Bible, where the languages, they couldn't speak the same languages and there was a bunch of confusion. Also, some of our words have lost power depending on how you speak. For example, you may have seen pictures of the slaves when they had the little metal thing over the black women's mouths, right? That was to prevent them from speaking things into existence, because they literally could do that. And you still can do it. But some of us don't choose our words wisely. And our words also over time got mixed. Like people started saying words with in sentences or using them in a way that they don't even make sense. For example, you may come home from work after a long day and say, oh, My feet are killing me. Well, your feet are not killing you. Of course, your feet couldn't kill you. And so when you're saying that, you're taking power away from the words, right? My feet are killing me. When you say things like that, there's numerous things that we can say, and we use words out of context all the time, and that makes you lose power within the words. So when you're trying to manifest something and you're trying to say something or affirming something, you have to choose your words carefully, and you have to use the right words, okay? Changing our language changes our life trajectory. The goal is to distinguish and upgrade our internal dialogue and words that cause self-sabotage before it can act. With that all being said, if you have a thought or if you have something that you want to do, a goal that you set and you're trying to reach it, but you're self-sabotaging yourself because you're sitting there saying, pessimistic things, or you're fearful, saying, I can't do it. It's not going to happen. Oh, I've been trying this and it never falls. It always falls through. It never comes to fruition. When you're saying those things, you're self-sabotaging yourself because the universe hears these things. The universe hears these things. And when you focus your energy, as I told you before, when you focus your energy on the things you don't want, you're going to manifest more of the things you don't want. Your energy should always be focused on whatever you do want. And when you focus your energy on negativity, you're not going to have a positive outcome. That's impossible. In order to have a positive outcome, you must focus your energies on positive things. Now, it will require training, practice, education, and even re-education, and most importantly, spiritual development to restore perfected speech to humanity. You see, we don't have perfected speech, right? We don't have perfected speech because so many people, like I said, use words out of context, okay? You use words for the wrong, or you use certain words for the wrong reason. Let me think of something else that we say. I'll tell you something that people say. When somebody tells a joke and someone is laughing and then someone says, I'm dead. I never say that. I never say that. You should never say you're dead, people. Words have power. I see a lot of people say that. Someone will tell them something funny and they just crack up and they say, oh, I'm dead. I don't ever say that. I'll just say I'm through, or I'll say I'm done. But I'll never say I'm dead. When you say that, you speak things into existence. Now, you may think that's just something minuscule, but words have power. So you should always be careful of what you say. And that is why we need to train and practice and educate and even re-educate ourselves and use our spiritual development to restore perfected speech within ourselves. And think before we speak carefully. And yet perhaps that day is not so far off as we might think. For the pure speech we are talking about is the language of the heart. That means speak with passion. Be passionate about what you're saying. The I am affirmations for manifestation help us to keep blazing that trail and to stay on the path of light, helping us to reconnect with our hearts upon which God has written his name and his laws. Speak from the heart. If you speak from the heart, you will be less likely to say things that offend or hurt the ones you love. If you speak from the heart, right? And when you say I am, remember, everything after that is what you manifest. Whatsoever man thinketh, that so he is. Speak positive things upon yourself. Speak positive things into your life so that you bring forth positive things. Anything that you want, just say it as though you already have it and you will be able to achieve it. Okay? Me and my family is outside under the tents loving this queen. Thank you, True Justice, beloved. Have y'all ever been somewhere where there was minimal black people and come another black person you've never seen before, and y'all nod at each other with an air of familiarity? Yes, Gail, that is something that black people often do, right? Okay? Melanated Brown says, you are right, Empress. I will not be typing or saying that going forward, jokingly said or not. Absolutely. Just say I'm through. That's what I always say. Oh, I'm through. Okay? Like I'm just done with you. All right. So with that all being said, FBA Goddess says, I was so happy and no one could ever tell me that you do not have the power of healing. If you believe it will come to pass. And I seen that. I seen what it could do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ayama Bay said, I missed that. Gail said, I won't either. Okay, great. So with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning back in once again to Queen Ahmadiyyah TV presents More Than Meets the Third Eye. I'm going to be going live on this channel much more, okay? Also, tonight, I'm going to be on Beyond the Realm. I haven't been on there in a while, right? I'm going to be on Beyond the Realm and possibly The Root of All Evil. But with that being said, I'm definitely going to be on Beyond the Realm, okay? Probably around 8:30, okay? So I hope to see you all. Raw Truth Girl says, damn, I'm late. That's okay, beloved. Just catch it on the replay. Okay, so listen, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to start getting ready for my 6 o'clock live, which starts in 30 minutes. Don't forget to tune back in to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show and also the Authentic Black Goddess TV show for your daily vitamins starting at 6 o'clock. Also, make sure you like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. If you have not done so already, click the notification bell, click the word all so that you're notified each time I go live. If you have not been receiving your notifications, please double back and make sure that you're still subscribed to this channel, okay? With that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity, and I hope to see you all in the next chat. And until next time, Raw family, peace.